What's up, YouTube? So today's topic, I am going to talk about um. Well, first off, with this video, unfortunately, I made a video with the same subject on my iPhone, but since the electronics and the devices we have is so fucking weak that I can't for some reason it says I'm out of storage on my iPhone videos. But even though I have a membership that is going to last for 5 more months, saying that I could have more gigabytes towards my iPhone, right? But for some reason, it's still not allowing me to make more videos because it keeps saying my storage is full, even though I literally have a membership that says I could have more gigabytes, and it's proven that I could make more videos and shit like that. It's been working for the past couple weeks and months, but all of a sudden, it's not working no more. So then I was making a good video with the same subject, but then I had to decide to throw my phone away and to make a video through this laptop. It is what it is, but let's get to it. It's annoying too because it was very good information, and I was in the flow state, but it's whatever. Let's get to it. So today's topic, I'm going to talk about time speeding up, and I'm going to talk about fasting, and I'm also going to talk about the things I've learned over the past 2 days throughout the weekend. Now, I've noticed a pattern. So whenever my nervous system would feel overstimulated, um, and I've experienced this a lot since late 2017. No, since early 20. Yeah, since late 2017ish. Um, I have an overstimulated nervous system where I have rapid heartbeats, right, rapid thoughts on my mind. I'm always overthinking, but like I have rapid heartbeats and my nervous system will overstimulate and it will cause me to like go into hermit mode or it will force me to isolate myself from the world, right? So the past 2 days I was inside all day. I was just sleeping all day and making YouTube videos, right? And this is a pattern too. And I know it's not. In my opinion, it's a spiritual experience, so it's not nothing serious or anything. I know usually when I experience those things, that's when I tend to like isolate myself, or I tend to go to hermit mode, or I just sleep and rest all day. It's just something my body needs rest. Or usually when I'm experiencing overstimulated nervous system, it's my body, and when that happens, is when like my past memories will pop up. So like my past triggers, my past trauma, the things that cause me a lot of pain from dealing with certain situations, dealing with certain types of people that cause me a lot of pain and trauma, right? And all these thoughts will come up to the surface that I got to heal from. While that's going on, I have rapid heartbeats, o- overstimulated nervous system, and like my my thoughts will like overstimulate, and that's when I usually just stay inside all day so I can do a lot of reflection and try to heal from these situations and do a lot of shadow work, right? And it's intense too. So there are times where I feel extremely sad, extremely confused, extremely hurt, and extremely angry. So that's when I gotta isolate myself from that shit. That happens like all the time. It happens not every day, but it happens like probably like 2 times a month or 4 times a month and shit like that. It gets annoying, probably more, but that's what happens when you're on a healing journey, right? So let's get to it. So I'm gonna talk about the things I've learned over the past 2 days and fasting and time speeding up, right? So I'm really excited because, and me, I'm the type of person where I love to work out. So like, it gets hard when I gotta stay inside all day, when I gotta be in hermit mode and rest my body. Because me, I love working out. I consider myself as a runner. I love lifting weights. I love putting myself out there, right? Um, and I love exercising so much because I naturally have a lot of pent up emotions and anger. So whenever I go out for runs, when I go to the gym and work out, when I work out outside, even like I'll release a lot of anger and a lot of pent up emotions, right? And it's just a good thing. I feel like health and fitness it should be a priority for a lot of people's lives. Like the same thing where people eat, sleep, conduct hygiene, um, and stuff like that. Working out and fitness should also be important. It's important. You have to add it to your lifestyle because it's gonna relax your body. It's gonna release a lot of tension and stress. It's gonna release a lot of negative emotions and baggage. So it's always important to add working out and fitness to your lifestyle, right? That's what works for me. I love working out, but it's kind of sucks where like I feel rested, I feel rejuvenated, and my nervous system feels more relaxed after a period of overstimulation, and like I feel more energy, and I feel like I have a more positive mindset. But it just kind of sucks where like, I feel like I kind of waste like I usually on my off days on the weekends I use it as an opportunity to better myself and to improve myself mentally, physically, and I use it to improve on my studies, right? But so it just sucks how like I was just sleeping all day so I can rest, so I could do shadow work and heal from trauma and shit, right? Kind of sucks, but it's how it is. But yeah, but add that to your lifestyle. Working out, fitness, it's so important, very important. Make sure you go out for runs. Make sure, and if you don't like working out inside, if you don't feel comfortable working out inside, then you can always work out outside. So you can do push-ups, you can do pull-ups, you can find a local pull-up bar at the park, or like you can do push-ups and sit-ups, or you can run outside if you want. And if it gets too hot during the summer, then try to run during like sunset, or not yeah, sunset or sunrise pretty much, where it gets less hot and shit like that. But yeah, but what I've learned over in the past 2 days is the fact that I need to utilize my the things I've learned spiritually and the things I've learned over the years to my advantage. So this is where fasting comes into play, right? And like not only that, but usually with me, and I'm sure you guys experience this as well, or let me know the experiences. But like I've noticed, whenever I'm trying to be great, or whenever I'm trying to be extremely focused on what I do, when I when I try to be focused on my career, on my hobbies, on my workouts and stuff like that, I tend to be in the zone, or like I have a lot of momentum, right? Where like I'm in the flow state. So like I'm not distracted. I'm just fully focused on working out, studying, stretching my body, eating healthy, right? So stuff like that. But it's easier said than done because as you're doing it, yes, you're working out intense, you're improving, but it does feel lonely at times because it's like how do I explain it? So me, it's like um I'm not around like-minded people in my life, or either that or like usually I'm always alone because I'm constantly self-approving. I'm constantly working out alone. I'm constantly studying alone, and like you know what I'm saying. So I don't usually go out as much. Not only that, but I don't have a car, so like I can't usually go out and meet different types of people. So it gets lonely. This is why people say it's lonely at the top, because if you're working towards your goals and working on your craft, it gets lonely because no one is doing it with you. You're only on your own. Yes, you may have trainers, you may have people by your side that are trying to guide you, but you're still on your own. Even it doesn't have to be being like trying to become great or anything like that. Just being an adult in general, it's a very lonely journey. You have to learn to figure out things for your own. You have to learn how to think for yourself. You have to learn what's going to work for you, what's not going to work for you. You always got to plan your goals and stuff like that, right? This is how it is, you know what I'm saying? But with me, like whenever I try to become great, it gets lonely because I'm not around like-minded people. I'm always alone and shit like that, or like spirit always put me in situations where I'm not around like people like that. I'm always either put into a very small city or a small area to where I'm forced to kind of focus on myself and stuff like that. This is why all my life I've never been in a relationship like that, or I never had an opportunity to have my own vehicle because maybe spirit is trying to prevent me from meeting like-minded people or to prevent me from being around certain types of people and stuff like that. Maybe spirit's trying to put me in a situation where like I'm forced to focus on myself and self heal and improve myself based on my soul mission or based on my life's purpose, right? I will go more into detail, but it's a lot to explain. So, but what I'm saying is, it gets lonely sometimes, and that's my biggest weakness. I could put in the work, but the thing is, sometimes it gets mentally like hard because like I'm always alone and I crave that connection. You know what I'm saying? But there are opportunities like you can meet people through the internet. It's one of the reasons why I make YouTube videos so I can like meet different types of people. But even then, you still need that in-person connection. It's good to meet like-minded people online, but you still need that interaction in person. So I mean, at least for me, but this is how it is. And as humans, we all crave connections. We all crave affection. We all crave physical touch. This is how it is. But yeah. But now I'm gonna talk about but what I've learned is that like I know what I have to deal with when it comes to feeling alone or like just being focused. I know what to expect. I could do it. It's just that it takes energy to do it. I'm so into spirituality. I love making YouTube videos, but time speeds up so fast. Like I don't have time to do one thing at a time. Like since time is speeding up, I'm forced to focus on a specific thing and to become great at it. And that's how you move forward in life, pretty much. At least in this timeline, since time is speeding up so fast. Or you could do multiple things, but you're always going to be at a rush. The time is speeding up. Like you don't have time to usually like take a break and shit like that. Look at the past 2 days. I was literally making YouTube videos and sleeping all day, and now the whole weekend already passed, and it's already Monday. So it's like that was going on. But whatever. I'm kind of off topic, but I'm going to talk about time speeding up and fasting, right? So um, what I've learned is that like um, time is going to speed up. Time is speeding up extremely fast. Like that's like clearly we can see that the days go by extremely fast, and I've noticed whenever I'll eat food, um, or I'll take time out of the day to make food and stuff like that, it takes so much time. Like me, I gotta walk out a certain area. It's not even that far, but just I gotta walk 5 minutes just to eat food. It takes so much time, and then I gotta digest it. So it's like it's just so much. It takes so much time just to eat food, and and not only that, but whenever I eat food, then I feel kind of sluggish. I feel sleepy and stuff like that. And it's like you know what I'm saying? So I feel like whenever I'll fast, I'll feel more focused. And obviously, there's scientific facts when you're fasting. So you're healing the body, you have more clear skin, you're healing the inside of your body, you feel more energetic actually. So, but I'm thinking like since time is speeding up, I might be in the process of doing my fasting again. It's hard to fast. It's a mental game, but it's just addictions. Food is just an addiction. So I think scientifically proven that human beings they could not eat for like 30 days and they'll be good. I think it's scientific that says something like that when it comes to facts like that. But since the days are going by extremely fast, it's like I don't have time to get as much stuff done throughout the day, especially on my off time. You know what I'm saying? Like for example, like my nervous system is overstimulated, and I needed time to process my emotions and to do some shadow work. But since I was doing that, I didn't have time to go outside. I didn't have time to work out. I didn't have time to study like that. I was making YouTube videos so I could cope. You know what I'm saying? So it's like so I'm thinking about maybe I should incorporate fasting since eating food takes up so much time. And I was eating food during the weekend too, and it takes up so much time. You know, so it's annoying. But I'm just thinking about I might start fasting and just and focus on my career and just working out and just being focused. Because when you're fasting, it actually forces you to become a lot more focused if you use the energies in the right way. When you're fasting, you can either be focused on eating food, be focused on the pain, or you could fight through it and it's going to force you to become more focused at your job, at your career, at your studies, at your passions, at your hobbies and stuff like that, right? It's kind of like no fap pretty much. It's like when you're not focused on porn websites or sexual websites, you're forced to self help yourself. Like you're forced to self improve on yourself pretty much, like working out, um, focus on your career and studies like that. Fasting is no different than no fat pretty much. It's just breaking free from addictions like that. You know what I'm saying? But over the past 2 days, well, I was reflecting and based on the things I've experienced and based on the trials and errors I was experiencing in life, um, right now I am in a good headspace and I feel kind of inspired knowing that like I feel like I have the tools, I have the knowledge and information I need to pretty much improve my life and to have a better performance. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I've gained a lot of wisdom over the years by by my spiritual journey, learning about spirituality, learning from YouTubers like New My Friend, Chauncey One, and shout out to these two because these two helped me a lot on my path and on my journey. You know what I'm saying? These two main individuals. So make sure you follow them on YouTube if you want. I've learned a lot from these two. They helped me out a lot on my journey. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like obviously I still have a lot to learn, but I feel like with these two, they gave me the tools for me to succeed pretty much and to improve my life and to have faith when things aren't going my way pretty much. You know, but what I've noticed about like if you're into spirituality or if you know how this world plays out, it will give you an advantage. Like what I've noticed is that if you want to be great at something, if you want to be really good at something, you want to get good results, or if you have a goal and trying to reach out a certain situation in life, obviously it takes a lot of tunnel vision. It takes a lot of focus, right? But you just gotta, all you gotta do is tap in and be focused. It's kind of like sacrificing, pretty much. It's like I can't explain it. It's like, at least for me, it may be different from you, but for me, it's like I can't focus on spirituality and on my goals. I can't, or even on I can't focus on making YouTube videos and focus on my goals because time speeds up so fast, and it takes a lot of energy to make YouTube videos. It also takes a lot of energy to focus on my studies and on my job and my career and on my workouts. So I can't focus on those things at the same time because time is speeding up so fast, and it takes a lot of energy. So what I've realized is that like in order for you to be great at something, it's easy. It's simple. All you got to do is put your energy and focus onto that certain thing, and you got to stay focused and you got to stay consistent. You can't be distracted. Once you can master those things, then you're able to get positive results. This is why studying spirituality is so important because basically, when you study spirituality, you can see through the bullshit of life. You can see how like the world we live in is bullshit. Everything's controlled and corrupted. We're being ruled by paper money, wrong enslaved, and like there's an afterlife, and that life is short. That's pretty much what spirituality is all about. And 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 you got to do a lot of healing work. You learn about shadow work. You learn about trauma. You learn about blockages that hold you back. And once you learn those things, and once you take action to heal your trauma, releasing blockages, and you take time out of your day to study spirituality, knowing that like life is short and that like there is an afterlife and that like all this is pretty much bullshit and that we all live in a fucking matrix that's controlled by corrupt people and that we're being enslaved and like money is just paper money and that like there's no real meaning behind life unless I mean there is meaning behind life but like how do I explain this? Because obviously we all come down here with a specific purpose and soul mission, right? We're all meant to do great things. But you just learn about karma. You learn about past lives and shit. And having that information, I felt it give you an edge on becoming great in life because now you know how life works. You know how this life plays out. So now you have the free will. You have the opportunity to choose what type of game you want to play for this life. What type of character or life script you want to participate in. If you want to become a great athlete, then and since you realize that life is bullshit pretty much because you know so much about spirituality, you could what's the word? You could willingly play as a fucking character, like a basketball player, and become great at that. And you can become very successful at that. Or it could be you want to work at a certain job or become like a barber, and you decide you want to play into that character mode. And you put all of your focus onto that because you know how energy plays out. In order for you to be great at something, you have to put all of your energy and focus onto that thing versus someone who's not aware about spirituality. They don't know how life works, and they're just wandering through life like, like. Basically, what I'm saying is, the more you know about spirituality, the more you know how to put more focus and energy to a specific thing to become great at it, because you know how spirituality is. If you study a lot about spirituality, you know how life works. You know how energy works. You know how law of attraction, manifestations, and energy works pretty much. So learn about spirituality. The more you learn about it, the more you could use this matrix to your advantage. Is what I'm saying because you're not going to take life as personal because you're not going to take life as personal because you're aware that life is short. Everything is bullshit and everything is controlled and everything is a fucking game. That like there is afterlife, there's other beings out there and shit like that. So like it will force you not to take life as personally, but it does give you the wisdom and knowledge to take life seriously and to become great at it. That's what I'm trying to say. Hopefully, it makes sense. I could go into detail, but it's a lot to explain. So hopefully, this makes sense. Basically, what I'm saying is, the more you study about spirituality, the more self awareness you have on how this world works, and the more self awareness you have within your life. And since you have a lot of self awareness, that means you have the tools to pick and decide what thing that you enjoy doing that you want to pursue in this lifetime that will help you achieve and manifest and attract a lot of abundance into your life. That's what I'm trying to say. But yeah, that's all I gotta say. And yeah, but since time is speeding up so fast, I feel like fasting it kind of correlates. You know what I'm saying? Like, or if you're trying to fast, time to speed up is definitely is going to work in your advantage because the days go by extremely fast. You know, it's what I've noticed too about time speeding up. It's so easy to kind of waste your days. So if you're trying to relax and chill, since the days are going by extremely fast, makes you know the day's over pretty much. And 2 days have passed, a week has passed, and you're doing nothing but just chilling and watching TV. You know what I'm saying? So it gets tricky when time is speed up. You got to learn how to use it the right way. But even then, it's just stressful. But that's all I got to say. Like, comment, subscribe. Comment down below your thoughts, and have a good one. Good luck to you. Peace.